this Fox News alert. French prosecutors say they expect the death toll will dramatically rise in Nice, where more than 50 people are hospitalized in critical condition. 25 of them are on life support. This is the second hour of Happening Now. Thank you for joining us. I'm John Scott.
And I'm Melissa Francis, in today for Jenna Lee. Some 200 people were injured in the attack, which started just after the fireworks ended in France's Bastille Day celebration. The driver, identified as a Tunisian man who lived nearby, plowed his truck through the crowds before being killed in a shootout with police. Prosecutors say the truck was rented earlier in the week, suggesting the attack was premeditated. Now they're looking for any possible accomplices as forensic teams process the crime scene stretching more than a mile along Nice's seaside promenade. Greg Palcott joins us live from the hospital where many of the injured were taken in Nice. Greg.
That's right, Melissa. A horrible, horrible scene here. We're at Hôpital Pasteur. That's Pasteur Hospital, about a mile from the waterfront. And yes, a sad scene, cheerful relatives coming and going, because it is here where all the adult injured are being brought. And it is in this complex where there is a morgue where all 84 of the dead are being brought for identification. While down along the waterfront at the scene of that carnage last night, investigators are getting clearer idea of what happened. And yes, we do have now an identity of the man who drove that truck. He is 31-year-old Mohamed Lahej Boulel. He is from Tunisia, but he was here legally in France for 10 years. He was not on any terror watch list, but he did have a petty crime rap sheet. And he was here, and then he rented this vehicle shortly before this happened. Somehow, he got around the barriers that was blocking the traffic, that was allowing people to gather, some 10,000 gather, to watch the fireworks. And then he weaved in and out of the crowd, going after men, going after women, and yes, going after children until police shot and stopped him. And that is the tragic thing, Melissa. Families ripped apart. Some 50 children were injured. Some 10 children were killed in this absolute scene of chaos. Some people fleeing into the city, some people actually diving into the water to get rid of it. Now they, in fact, are going through the evidence. The house of the man has been raided, a phone and computer taken away. His ex-wife is being held. He had 3 children. And yes, finally, Melissa, French President Hollande here as well. Remember, he's presided over a couple of other terrible scenes in Paris that we covered for you last year. He said, and I quote, "The enemy continues to strike." I know Nice well, Melissa. It is a friendly place, but a diverse place. There are tough areas here, and the extreme right National Front also busy here. I was even here one year during the fireworks display. It was a crowded place, but that night it was a happy place. Today, something very different. Back to you.
Greg Palcott, thank you for that report. Listen to that.